Hello, good morning. So it's time to make the motherfudgers. Gonna be heading down to do some kitty loving at Safe Haven. There's one little peanut there named Midnight who's very shy and needs to know that she's loved. And so I'm going to go down and spend a little extra time with her. And so I figured when I did that, I'd maybe take some motherfudgers to the ladies that work so hard at Safe Haven and Wells to take care of them kitty babies. So stay tuned. I'm going to put together a tray of motherfudgers and let you guys see how it's done. Not going to give you the recipe. You'll have to come to the truck for that.
And in case you didn't know, here's Mother Futcher, Mary's grandmother. I heard she was a sweet, sweet lady. We do our best to honor her memory and her legacy with that coffee cake. And I enjoy looking at her picture every day when we go to work. It's right there on our food truck. We love you.
Okay, hello and good morning. So I decided that we wouldn't do the first installment of Scary Hair Don't Care. So I actually put on a hat and some real clothes just because it seemed appropriate. And now I'm off to make the motherfudgers. So without further ado, I'm going to get right to it. Again, I'm not going to give you the portions, but I will consider putting the original, the OG recipe in the comments, and that would just be for a single batch of my grandmother's coffee cake. But I got to run that by a few people before I do that. But you're going to get the hint, and you're going to see at least how it's made and what it's made with. All right. So first, I'm adding the flour, sugar, salt and baking powder. Now, I just incorporate all the dry ingredients first. Get them all mixing and mingling in the bowl. Then I kind of just give myself a little trough, a little hole. Pour in the milk. The vanilla extract, and some melted butter. Get all that buttery goodness out. All right, now I'm just going to mix it up. I really would like to know how many thousands of these cakes I've made for the restaurant or just in my life. I'm not sure if you all know the story of how motherfudgers came to be, but I'll tell you. When I was a little girl, probably 5 or 6, my parents went to a pool party across the street at a lady named Miss Conway. And she was a cool lady that had a pool and a dog, and one afternoon all the adults in the neighborhood were invited over to swim. I couldn't wrap my mind around how they could not invite sweet little Mary girl. So I figured I'll feed them, started feeding people early, and they'll love me and they'll allow me to come in and swim in the pool. Nah. So I did, in fact, went in my mom's recipe book, found a recipe that had all the ingredients in the house. As you see, very basic, very easy. Made one batch of the cake and took it across the street. Knocked on the gate of the pool. They answered. They were thrilled to have some sweet treat, but sent me packing. Devastated. Devastated. I could not believe it. But ever since that day, and I'm 56, so what's that, 51 or so years later, I'm still making the cake, giving shout out to my grandmother, and always thinking fondly of that disappointing day when little Mary girl didn't get to go swimming. Damn adults. Okay, so back to the cake. So now that's all mixed. Poured the butter in. Now for the next step, a greased and floured sheet tray. all that goodness out of the bowl. Hello, kitty. So too good. All right, now I'm just going to smooth it out. All right. That's good. Then comes the brown sugar. There's no real measurement for this. It's just to top. And you definitely know it has to be a lot on the top. The goodness. Yum. My grandmother would be so happy that we do this. I hope that she is. I know I'm happy making it every single time. All right. So that looks good. Let's clean up the edge a bit. All right. Now for the cinnamon. Again, copious amounts of cinnamon. Yes, queen. So good. Nice dusting. So you see that's pretty even. Then I have some melted butter over here in my handy dandy Green Parrot cup. One of the last places we had drinks before we left the Keys. They're always represented. And now I'm just drizzling copious amounts of butter across the top because, as we all know, butter, cinnamon, and brown sugar is a divine combination. All right, so now I will tell you, for the top of this tray, it's about 2/3 of a stick of butter melted. Now, this is going to go in my convection oven at 420 degrees. Yes, that's right, 420. For about 28, 29 minutes, and we'll see how it looks afterwards. And that's a go, kids, for 29 minutes. Peace. Okay, here in about 15 seconds or so, the timer's gonna go off. I'm gonna pull Mother Fudger out of the oven and let you see what we do next. And I got 3, 2, 1. How good am I? Oh yeah. Textbook, baby. All right. Look at that. You need all those holy, cavernous, delicious little pockets in there. That tells you it's done too, just by look. All right. Now, pro tip, cut it while it's hot. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm big on pro tips. Don't know if you know that or not. All right. I cut it into 12s, but you can also cut it into smaller or bigger. Oh, that's the timer squawking at me. Okay. So that's what it looks like, cut into 12s. If you wanted to cut it smaller, you can cut it in diagonals to make it 24, or you can cut it in 4s to make it 48. See how good I am at math? Now, the next best thing, grab a cup of Joe. Hello, Joe, or George, because we do Nespresso in this house. Thanks, George Clooney. And we're off. I'm not having any or sampling any because I'm trying to be good for the next month or so to get back down to where I was. You know, winter's good, but winter's hard on you. Gotta be ready for the summer. Okay, so that's a wrap, folks. If you like what we do, please do us a favor and hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and the notifications. Put a comment down below if you're interested or a question. And stay tuned, more to come. And remember, go check out the ladies at Safe Haven Thrift Store and Kitty Rescue in Wells. You can help them out financially, or volunteering, or shopping at the thrift store, or if you just want to volunteer to go in and love up them babies, they have that position available as well. You know we love the kitties, so that's what I'm off to do. Peace and love.